And welcome back to Anime Club. Last week, we watched an anime called Devilman Crybaby, which is on Netflix if you want to watch it. It's 10 episodes. These are our thoughts, starting with
Who's starting off?
Who are we starting?
Okay, rock, paper, scissors.
I Choose Rock.
Why
Oh,
would
what a
you do
coincidence.
that?
I chose rock too.
Okay, now what?
I guess by default, you gotta go first, Spencer.
Alright. I was not expecting the show to be as abstract as it was. It threw me off guard, and I feel like I didn't understand what I was supposed to most of the time. But there were some scenes that I did like. Like I liked the repeatedly showing that the baton pass towards the end. That I understood. But like I feel like for the majority of it, it didn't really make sense what was going on to me, or like what the purpose of anything was. A lot of this actually reminded me of what is it? Neon Genesis Evangelion, in a way, because of.
Oh, that's crazy. I've never watched that.
I know you haven't.
Did you hear it?
Good talk.
Kira,
I just heard
are you
the first
dead?
word. I'm gonna assume you asked me if I watched it because I didn't hear the rest of the sentence.
Bro, come on. You're part. This is podcast.
I
time.
literally, like, it just cut out. I just heard did.
I did.
Technical difficulties.
Anyway, no.
Wait,
I
but did you
not.
hear? Oh, okay, good. Okay, so you heard him.
Well, they're both
I'll continue.
similarly abstract. I don't mind like the I actually really like the way the art style is with the I don't even know, like abstract terms. I don't know how to articulate that, but I like how that was done. I like the way that the devils look. They're pretty cool. They're all different from one another. I didn't think that that track runner guy was actually gonna be like a bigger character than he was. So that was interesting. But
The dude?
yeah, the one that was just siding with whichever
The guy who became a bull?
race. Yeah. I don't think there were any characters that I particularly liked very much, though. I think they were all just whatever. I didn't feel attached to any of them. It was a lot more, there's a lot more gore than I thought there was going to be as well. Which, obviously, I don't mind that. I think it's fun, but... The opening reminded me of that oh, I can't remember the song name, but there's like a Japanese song with a music video that just transitions into different things, and it reminded me of that. I didn't care for it much though, to be honest.
Like from an opening?
No,
like
it was I
music
think it's just a music video. I'm not sure. I know it's popular though. But speaking
I'll
of,
look that up.
I think the soundtrack was really good as well. I really liked a lot of the music in this.
Some good music for sure.
Yep.
Okay.
Is that it?
I think so.
Jeez, alright, Kira. Dang.
Damn.
I'm not. It seemed like it was coming to a close.
You rushing now?
I'm
don't know,
not.
I
You
mean,
have somewhere to go?
I don't know. I feel like I can't really talk too much more about it because it's like, I don't like. What is the point of any of this? It's confusing, and it all seemed to go nowhere.
When did you finish?
Last night.
Last night?
Yeah. So neither of you have seen Ava, so I won't make any comparisons between the two, but they're similar, and I don't understand either of them.
Yeah, no spoilers.
No spoilers.
Not yet, not yet. But, is that it from you,
I
officially?
think so.
Your thoughts?
Yeah.
Alright. Alright, Kira. Since you got somewhere to be, let's hear it.
This anime really also, this is nothing like what I was expecting. I thought it was gonna be like some story about a superhero or something fighting crime, blah blah blah, whatever. It really did not meet the expectation, which is good. And even the whole like story, I never knew what the hell was gonna happen next.
Wait, why do you say that that's good?
Well, I'm glad it wasn't that, because I think this was a lot better than
Oh,
what
okay.
I was thinking it was gonna be.
Dang,
Well,
I'll lower
it's-
your expectations.
I didn't have low expectations. I just
Like, I get we just watched High Rise Invasion.
I didn't have low expectations. It's just nothing like what I was expecting to watch, which is good. Because that would have been boring if it was what I thought it would be. This anime is disturbing and vulgar and disorientating a lot of the time, but I really liked it. The art style I really did not like at first, but it grew on me because I realized after a while, I don't know if this is like what people see a lot of time when they're like tripping on mushrooms. I started getting that vibe. Like it's supposed to be strange looking, and there are times where it works really well when they start like distorting shit. It's really cool. The music was amazing and played at really good times and was very impactful on the scenes they were in, especially like the last 2 episodes. Like, and the music came in, it like legitimately gave me shivers. It was good.
Ooh.
And then let's see, my special throwaway segment about I've never seen so many titties in any show I've ever watched before. And I'm not sure how to feel about it because it doesn't come off the same way, anime titties usually do, which is, this is just gratuitous fan service bullshit. This anime is like horny, but it didn't feel like, I don't know how to explain it. It didn't feel the same way as it would normally feel. It was fine. Somehow
It's more
it was
mature
fine.
about it.
I
maybe.
guess. You you remember that scene in the was it the last episode or the second to last episode where there's that girl in the cage and her tits are just fucking squirting milk everywhere?
Oh yeah.
That was, or quote milk unquote, I don't know. I can't say it's mature when shit like that happens. I guess if they're leaning into like body horror a lot of it, which helps Anyway, the point is, it didn't bother me, which normally it would bother me. It did not bother me here, which is really good for this show. I really liked the story after the end, and I understood what they were going for. I was
What are they
wondering
going for?
halfway through why the fuck all this Christian shit was in my Japanese anime. But then I got it, and it was really, 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 really good.
I don't get it.
Really good.
You have to explain,
Yeah.
Professor Kira.
Did you get it, Calvin, or am I just?
I got it, but I would like to hear Kira's explanation first. Especially since she, after that lovely breast talk. Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Fucking titties everywhere.
What happened?
It reminds me of Ergo Proxy, kind of, in a way, or
Oh dang! In a good
little
way.
bit.
In a good
Yeah,
way.
in a good way. In a good way.
Yeah.
Where the story like really connects after, like at the end. Anyway, but better. Basically, the whole thing is Rio is Satan, and he was sent to Earth like to be punished, basically. And he's locked. The whole thing is like he's locked in a loop and a cycle where his problem was he didn't know how to love or something.
Okay.
And so eventually he found something to love, which was Akira, and then he lost it at the very end. And then he's gonna die and come back and have to keep looping it over and over and over again. Which is why in the very like end scene you see there's 2 moons, because it already happened once with the first moon.
Yeah, alright. It makes sense to me now that you say that it's a loop. But like when I was watching it, it's like I felt like it didn't make sense that he was just randomly Satan. So I guess that's just because I missed it.
To that with like his like kind of, I feel like it was a decent build up to that point where he was just like he didn't care about anything.
Bro, he
Except
was
Akira.
a psychopath.
Yeah, he was
100%.
Bro, episode 1 established that. Did we not see the FOV of him just stabbing people with a bottle?
I
And
think
that was, like-
that was a good scene. Like that was really well done, I think.
Every 5 minutes in this anime, I was going, "What the fuck is happening?" And I really liked that. That's like it was like a roller coaster in the best way. Like I never knew what the hell was gonna happen next. It was just nuts, and that was a great feeling. So I really liked this anime. It was great. Highly recommend. The story was good. It was short and sweet, and I felt like things had enough time to do what they needed to do. It was really well written for, to get across what it needed to get across in that time. And that's about it. Oh. And that scene where like Miki's head was on the pike, oh my gosh, that got me. Like I almost cried. But I didn't.
That was sad.
That was like
Very tragic.
That was sad.
season 1 Attack on Titan levels of like disturbing, like what the fuck
Which part? What?
level. To me, I don't want to spoil.
We're not talking about that. Never mind.
I would spoil Attack on Titan, but like when the potato chip Titan comes out, basically in the first
Who's the
episode.
potato chip type?
What do you mean who?
The girl one?
No.
The Osei.
Wait, we're talking about season 1. I watched season 1.
Yeah, season 1. The
We're
potato
not
chip
talking
Titan.
about Attack. We could do this.
Oh wait,
after.
no, just real quick. Which
Bro.
is it?
The one who, spoiler alert, eats Aaron's mom. That one. That's the potato
I
chip
don't think
Titan.
that's a spoiler though. That's like the first episode.
Anyway.
Why did you spoil
Because
that and still
I said
say
spoiler
it?
alert. I said spoiler alert. But that's
Okay,
the moment in Attack
I'm
on
not
Titan
putting
where it's
timestamps
like,
for that.
holy shit, like, goddamn, what the fuck? That's how I felt. It gave me that same
I see.
vibe.
Yeah.
Like anything can
kinda
happen
get
at this
that.
point. Like, all bets are off. They have no restrictions, nothing. They're going for it. Anyway, next.
You done?
Yep.
Alright. Well, I agree with a lot of what both of you said. I too was very caught off guard by this anime, but in a good way. And to be like, I'm gonna just throw this out there. This has to be like top 3 of like the best anime I've ever watched.
Really?
It's so funny because this anime only has 10 episodes.
Is that like?
But yeah, go ahead.
Is that like top 3 and well written, or top 3 and that you enjoyed it? Or
No,
both?
I think it's. I mean, I have to enjoy it. I won't like give top 3 to something I don't enjoy. But after watching all 10 episodes, it was like one of those. I watched it, I finished it. Mind you, I finished this during work. Just like 1 p.m. Still had work to do, but I was like, nah. I freaking got off my. I got off all my chair.
What do you mean you watched it at work?
He got up
At
and
home.
just looked out the window for a couple hours.
I work from home on Fridays.
Okay. You specifically said at work, but okay.
Yeah, it's called work from home.
Yeah.
Remote work. I'm sorry you don't get to experience that.
Stupid,
but it's cool.
Crazy, Steve.
But it was. I kid you not. I watched it. I watched the end, the fin, the last scene, the moon. And after I watched it, I just got up and I just had to ponder. Because I had to ponder because
pontificate.
Because this anime was really good. Like I'm not gonna like brag about it, but I really understood what it was conveying. And I was like, wow, like I cannot believe all this was done in 10 episodes. And I think like the best part about the 10 episodes part is, personally to me, I felt like every single scene had like a purpose. Like there was no time wasted, which I feel a lot of the bad anime that we watch, the pacing is really bad and it just feels like there are a lot of scenes that we don't need to see at all. But for this one, every scene, it added on to either the story or the character development. And I like truly appreciated that. And so like I was just like, wow, 10 episodes. Like what was it? Like the only other 10 episodes I think we watched was Cyberpunk, right? And I thought Cyberpunk was good. But like I just felt like no time was wasted at all. Like everything I watched meant something. So I guess like going into like the story, I really like, obviously, I mean, I felt like I knew that your boy Rio was definitely no ordinary human. Dude was straight up a psychopath. Legitimately filmed my boy Akira like turning into a demon. So I knew like he wasn't like, he was evil, but I just wanted to see like what would happen, and I think the build-up was really nice, because especially towards the middle part where like he goes on like this whole like self-discovery thing in the Amazon, because you're like confused too. You're like, what is this guy doing? What does it mean? And then you see that big white orb. Like nothing really makes sense at that part, and I feel like it's not supposed to make sense until like at the end. And at the end, it really made sense. What I liked about this anime, like why I think like not only was like the story good, but I think the themes, the Christian like themes, like it fits so well in terms of like duality, where like Christians, they believe in a God and then they believe in Satan. It's like one or the other, and it's pretty obvious, like, you know, Ryu's supposed to be Satan, But Akira, what I really liked Akira's scenes as the Devilman is he's obviously he killed a bunch of like randoms. Like he's always like, even when he's the Devilman, he like cries. So he's always he still has like his humanity in him. So he's not a devil, or like a demon, but he's not a human. He's like something in between. He has both aspects. And I think like the whole time the show is like trying to tell you can only be one. You're either a human or a demon. And then like the second half when Rio like talks about or like changes everything and makes the world go crazy, it's like the humans become the demons and they switch. So really like the lines are like blurred, but instead of like Akira where he's more like a human, everyone starts to become more like a demon. So I enjoyed that aspect. The demons were good. The art was good. What I really like about the art was because of like the way it's like a little drawn differently than like typical anime. I think it's drawn. I think the way they drew it or animated it was more. I don't want to say lifelike, but more like the movement felt more like realistic as a person, and that really hit me when Miki's dad finds his son eating his wife. And that whole scene, I was watching it, and he's trying to shoot him. And I'm like, dang, it's like I'm watching like a stage play. Like it felt so real. Like I think watching like normal anime, it's very easy. Like they just show the scene. It's pretty fluid, but you could feel like the way I saw it, I could convey like the way they was conveying to me was like the heaviness of this guy, his father, trying to shoot his son, but he can't. So that art, point. Like the art, it, like both of you said, it was like kind of like unexpected, or it's very simplistic at a lot of times, but the times when it's like they utilize it to its maximum potential while keeping the simplicity. And so the two parts that I really liked in terms of the animation was that scene and the last scene where Rio like realizes he's dead and he cries. And that part, along with the voice acting, I swear to God, it was like I was watching a play. I was like, oh my gosh, like this isn't like anime. This is like something else. And so I was like I really enjoyed everything from the beginning to end. And I think it really is like one of the best anime I've ever watched, because everything about it was like so unexpected, but so good. Like the quality was so good. And it only took 10 minutes. I like the characters too. I mean, like with 10 minutes, with 10 episodes, you only get so much to like put in. But I think you really just understand everyone's like their outside appearance, and then everyone has like some sort of like duality for the most part. And the characters that I liked were I liked Miki because I think she's doing like some shady like photo shoots, but she's like the track star, right? So she's like the popular girl, but she's also like the big sister in like their family. So I just enjoyed seeing all the duality that almost all the characters have to go through. So I enjoyed that. I also liked the other Miki, our other friend. It was I really liked how they showed, I don't know if you guys remember, but I really liked how they showed how far gone she went after she became a demon. Like, it's so subtle, but you understand it. Like, you see that dude's hand, the guy who like serenaded for her.
What the fuck?
You just you don't see anything but his hand, and then you also see like her dead grandmother, like just her feet in their room. But like the way, like I said, everything is so as a purpose because it's already established in a previous scene. Like, she has a grandmother who's like in their room. She lives with her by herself, and then the guy, he shows her his hands, which has like the word butterfly. So they don't even have to tell you; they just show it to you, and you understand. I was like, wow. So I was impressed by this anime, like, to sum it up. And as the story itself, the loop, it was pretty cool. It was like pretty mind-blowing. It was like, once you saw the second moon, it was like, dang, the cycle continues.
And at the very, like, after the credits, they show Earth reformed again. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah, I saw that too. Yeah, I really like that. And I think the thing with Rio, I guess my last point, is just Rio, like, he is Satan, right? And he like embraces Satan. Everything he does is like for himself, for his purpose, and he wins, he succeeds. Like, it's not like the cycle happens because he won. But the reason why it's so sad is because he changes after he wins. And in a way, it's like his regret. It's like he won. It's like he won, but at what cost? He lost his friend. And then like he'll like never, he'll have to like redo it again. So that's why that seemed like, and the way he was voice acting, whoever the voice actor is, was like so good. It's like, you really felt like he's literally just telling him like he won, like everything's cool, and then you just see Akira's dead body, and then he just starts to cry. It's like, wow, my man, he changed, but it's too late. And also the other like what you brought up, Kira, about like the Miki dying, like that dead thing, that was also a really good scene. And I think that the symbolism, or like the way they flash back to the track, the baton pass, that was really good. I like that too. It really just ties it in. And I think for me, like, seeing Miki's like head on the pike was like really sad. But like the first thing that really hit me was when like she's running, and then that dude in the hat just falls out the car. I was like, damn, like she's dead. And then she like gets stabbed. Like, it was like the whole scene was just it was so sad.
I thought she was gonna get saved, but again, my expectations just got like,
yeah.
No.
Oh yeah. So yeah, I agree. Because when I was watching this, the anime that this reminded me of, it's funny how this anime reminds us of like these other anime, but this anime reminded me a lot of Parasite, where he's like transformed into something that's neither like one or the other, but both. And because it reminded me of Parasite, the music also reminded me of Parasite as well. But because it reminded me so much of Parasite, I kept thinking there's gonna be like a happy ending. But there wasn't. So I think that made it like, that caught me off guard even more. It was like, I thought everything was gonna be okay, but no, like everyone just kept dying. So that is my thoughts.
I liked the way it ended. It was great.
Yeah, I also liked how the way it ended. I liked everything from start to finish. I only have one, like, there's only one thing I did not like. And I wouldn't even say like it's something big, because there's only 10 episodes. But I think some of the way some of these episodes ended and started, like, for example, if you remember that scene where Akira and Ryo is like fighting each other, they like headbutted each other, right? But like the next episode, everything's okay. And like, I'm not gonna like complain too much about it because it's fine. But, like, what happened? Like, I wanted to know what happened. There was another scene. I think it was like when the track star like transforms and Akira like catches up to him. Like, what happened? Like,
he flew into the sky, and that was it.
Like, I just want to know.
But they
like,
didn't need to show that. They just threw him on the roof. They
I
didn't
just
need to
but,
show
but
that.
like how
It was subtle.
but would yeah, I agree. That's which is why it's not a big deal. But I would like to know, like, how did Akira like persuade him
Oh yeah, the conversation. Yeah.
into like actually staying for a bit? Because I had the feeling he wasn't buying into it. But like, how did he like persuade him? Because my man just massacred the entire like Japanese track and field teams,
Rest in
and
peace.
then he's like cool now. So what did he say? So that's my only like minor gripe, because like you said, it didn't really matter because the rest of the scenes were so good. But I just wanted to know a little bit more, like, okay, like this happened. It like how did it actually get resolved? But yeah, that's my thoughts. I really enjoyed it.
I forgot to mention the voice acting was like fucking perfect. Actually, it was really good.
You watched the dub again, I'm assuming?
Of course.
I'm just making sure. Because
It was magnificent.
Unless stated otherwise.
I didn't look at the cast for the dub on this.
And the the rapping.
Oh, I really like the rapping.
I think it was
The
good.
rapping was really good. It was very well done, and I liked the scenes. Like there's some scenes where it was just like a montage. It was really nice. It was nice to see. That was very well done. The delinquents are really good characters. Until the end where fuck the traitors, like how dare you? That was very sad. And I never like seeing cats die in anime, but
Oh yeah, that part. Man, she just like shanked him.
died though. It was a demon.
No, as in, like he just like
it was
stabbed- I mean,
out of
yeah,
all
I
the
get
in
that,
people
a
to
cat
stab,
body.
I'm about to stab a cat. Like yeah, kill confirmed.
Rest in peace. Anyway,
Yeah, the rapping was good. It was really good. The another part of the voice acting that I appreciate from like any anime that does it is when they like attempt to speak in English, but like if like they do a good job, like it's fine, it's serviceable. I also like that they use Russian too. It really like builds in with the
They used a few different languages, didn't they?
it builds in with the what is it? What am I trying to say? What's the word? It just makes the scenes feel more real. Which is why like, I think like if you watch the dub, it's just you don't really get that because you're used to Rio talking in English. But like when he talks in English in the normal sub, you know it's like it's serious. He's like it's serious mode.
fucking English, like during his like podcast.
Yeah, when he's like podcasting, when he's talking in the TV, or when he's talking with like a professor, he uses English. Which shows like, you know, he's like he's very well versed, well rounded. I really like that scene. The when he sees his Russian professor, that's also when I knew, because I think that was before the party scene, right? That was like when I knew, like, dang, this is gonna be good.
There were a lot of party scenes.
The first where Akira transforms.
Alright, so you mean like at the very beginning, pretty much?
If I remember correctly, Rio, like, his flashback with that Russian professor was before Akira's transformation. Is that right?
I think so. I want to say that.
Can anyone confirm? Can anyone fact check that?
You guys were more attached to this than I was.
So that's what I was. So that's what I was saying. I saw that scene. He's in the jungle. He kills himself. I'm like, dang. That's what my expectations were, and it only got better from there. So yeah, I think that's it for me. I don't think I'm missing anything else.
I think this is like the best, collectively the best anime we've watched as a group, in my opinion.
Kira, I don't think it will be very hard to find. This might be the anime club's peak. It might be, because
I would put this up there with Death Note. Like,
this was really something different. This is on another tier.
That is unfortunate for me then. I don't have the same sort of attachment. After talking about this, and like, obviously I missed like the biggest part of it, which is the fact that it's a loop. But like, while I was watching it, I felt like I was like, I could tell that like you said, you felt like every scene was like nothing was wasted, you said. And
I did.
When I was watching it, I didn't think
were,
that
like,
either.
falling asleep.
No. It's not that I wasn't falling asleep, but it's like, it didn't feel like anything was wasted, like you said. I agree with that. But I don't have the same sort of attachment to it, and I don't know why. I don't know what makes it.
Maybe it just didn't click. I mean,
You didn't
fine.
click.
I did not click with Steins Gate. And it's
You can't even say
good.
that. You can't even say that. You didn't even finish.
And I didn't click with Steins Gate. So, like I said, I mean, that's fine.
The way you were talking about the animations, how it felt like it was a play, that you used the scene with the dad, which while I was watching it, I also thought like, wow, this is really good. And the subtle things with Miki with her grandma and the guy's hands, I thought that was good too, but it just doesn't hold any weight for me, I guess.
It's tragic.
I mean, it's fine.
Thinking about it now,
I
I
no
think
obligation to.
it's kind of funny. The Miki's family is like how they stand out so much from like other characters, because they're just like, what's the word? They're like
Foreigners. Dirty foreigners.
Yeah.
Japanese disapproves.
But it's not even like that they're foreigners, it's the fact that they're like, conventionally attractive. Like
Interesting.
They could have made them look like anything, but they look like fucking like people you would see in commercials or something.
I mean, they really tried to draw that guy as like a foreigner, her dad. Like usually they'll just give him blonde hair, blue eyes, and call it a day. But like that dude, I'm like, yo, this guy looks so out of place.
He's the only one in the anime with facial hair, I'm pretty sure.
Dude, but they really made him look like really like you could not mistaken that man as like a non-Japanese person.
Yeah.
What is it? There are two things that you reminded me of because of that scene. One, like they have like a picture of the Last Supper during one of the scenes when they're eating. I really like that because the Last Supper, the whole part is like this last thing before he gets betrayed, and so I just liked how they were eating and in their nice Christian family. The one who's like not betrayed, but the one who's like out of place is Akira, after he transforms, so I like that. And I just forgot. Oh, the second part. Another reason why this anime reminded me of Parasite is I don't know if you remember, but in Parasite there was like another love interest. She was also like a delinquent, and then she dies. And the part that reminded me of that.
Spoiler alert.
I don't care. Dude, Parasite, isn't that older than Attack on Titan?
Probably.
But that part that it like really reminded me of was what's her name? Miki was like, she was gonna die, right? Like she was gonna get hit with a bat or something. And then like she's like waiting for Akira to save her, but he doesn't. And it just reminded me of that scene in Parasite, because that girl was waiting for the main character to save her, but he didn't. So
she was not the main love interest.
That was like another. She was
the better one though.
Rest in peace.
That was like another thing that reminded me of. But I think it was really good. But you have your own opinions, and you can like think it's fine, and I think that's fine.
I don't think it was bad. It's just like I don't feel as connected to it. I don't feel attached to it like on the same level you guys are.
Yep, like how I felt about Blue Period.
Yeah, I guess this is the Uno reverse card.
The reverse Blue Period. The red period.
Okay.
Hey, that fits quite well.
No, it doesn't. Anyway, are we moving on to the ratings?
Guess so, if there's nothing else to talk about. If we like talked about this yesterday, I probably could have gone way more in depth.
My bad.
But it was pretty nice.
Yeah. I definitely plan on rewatching it in the future. Which is easy to do because it's only 10 episodes.
It's true. Alright, let's do it. Let's do the rating.
Originally,
let's start with Spencer.
Originally, I gave it a 6 out of 10. But after talking about this now, I think I'm leaning more towards an 8.
But is it an 8 in your heart?
Probably like a 7 in my heart.
6 out of 10 is wild.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
is it truly an 8? Do not let Kira's words influence you.
I'll go 7 then. Is that what you want to hear? Like, I missed like the truth is I gave it a 6 out of 10. But we talked about this and I like missed
a 5 out of 10.
Kira, stop talking. Let him do his rating.
How does this get a 6 out of 10?
Bro,
and Gant's got a 5.
You're the last person to be talking about ratings.
Let's look at your Senko review real quick. Right,
do it.
Let's not talk about that. We can compare ratings afterwards.
Is this does this show like fit into the category of avant-garde? Would you say? Or do you not even know what that is?
Who are you asking? Anything, bro.
I'm asking both of you. What do you mean? Who are you asking?
Bro, I think that's another thing. This show.
Avant-garde?
Like even though the show was
it's a genre, not.
No.
Even though the show was like pretty brutal, like this show fit a lot of genres. Which I think also made it like, cause I was like enjoying myself. I was like, there's no way this girl's gonna get her head stuck in a pike. It's too funny. And it happens. But yeah, I agree. You can count it as the avant-garde. Is that part of your influence? Or is it... Is like, the genre like influencing you?
Maybe, because I'm trying to think of other shows that I have watched that are avant-garde, and I can think of Eva and Bakemonogatari, or fuck, I don't remember the name. There's like 20 of them with the same name.
Monogatari.
Yeah. That. And though I feel zero attachment towards those as well. So I don't know.
Oh, avant-garde. Interesting.
I think what makes it interesting to me as well is, you know, I watch anime, I just don't expect like to hear Bible verses like being read out loud. So like I guess it's interesting to hear like their take. Or to have like Christianity as like a main focus.
No offense to Christians.
No, I'm not. What does that even? Wait, what are you trying to say?
What
I'm saying is this isn't a top. I'm saying this isn't a topic that is used a lot.
You didn't hear the first thing I said. You didn't hear the first thing I said. That's why that didn't. Wait, did the second remnant?
I'll play it back.
We both started saying, "What does that even mean?" at the same time.
Did we get demonetized? Is that what you said? What did you say?
What
did Kira say?
What did you say, Kira?
I can't repeat it. No.
What do you mean you can't? Did you
You
say a slur?
I'll play back the footage. Someone timestamp it, please, for me. Thank you.
Anyway, 7 out of 10. I will.
You may have
I will
to
lock
edit
that in.
out.
What the fuck did you?
No, we're not editing it out.
I'm not editing
No. No, Kira.
If you're offended, I was previously a Christian, so it's okay.
Previously? What the fuck? What do you mean probably? Kara, what did you give this anime out of 10?
Wait, you didn't even... Oh, you did say you were 7, right?
I'm locking in 7.
So you're locking at 7. All
I'm
right.
locking in 7.
Alright. Kara?
This is I guess it's a 9.5.
What is stopping the half? You didn't say what you didn't like.
The only thing I didn't like actually is about the art style is sometimes there were frames, like, and this happened consistently where shit was just ugly, and it wasn't like an artistic kind of, oh, I don't like what they did there. I don't know if it was like a mistake or like it couldn't have been, but there's like, especially if you looked at like Akira's face in a lot of his scenes, they would draw him with like double chins and stuff, but not because he had one. Like they would just add lines to his face, which I don't know if that was again like a mistake or some time issues, but there's a lot of scenes where shit just doesn't look right, or it looks really bad and strange, and it takes you out. But
well,
that was a very minor thing.
This is your gripe is that someone drew Akira with a double chin.
No, you're not listening to me. I said
is this
consistent.
another
That was an example. Literally, I said for example. All right, there are many times where things were just not like, stuff just didn't look right on the screen.
Can you give another example to distract somebody from the double chin example?
It's not like I sat there and cataloged
if you
them.
saw, I don't remember that at all, so that means it must have really bothered you.
It happened like a lot.
If it happened a lot and it's not much of a problem, surely you would have remembered.
It's
like,
not
at least
that much.
One more
it's
though, right?
not that much of a problem. Which I didn't even bring it up the first time because I didn't care to. It's just a little That was in there.
We're
Thanks.
docking points for the double chin.
That's not.
Akira,
but anyway,
it's physically impossible for
that's
Akira to have
not.
a double chin.
That's not why it was a half a point off. That was just a note. It's just because I'm not sure if it's like a perfect anime necessarily.
It doesn't have to be perfect
have
for
to
you
be
to
a
give it a 10.
perfect
For me,
anime.
a 10 out of 10 is perfect. That's what
I don't think Blue Period was perfect, but it's definitely a 10 for me.
What is your rating criteria, Kara?
Oh, 10 would be like blew my fucking mind. Maybe I spent like 2 weeks just like I can't stop thinking about whatever I just watched, I guess.
I'm still thinking about Blue Period, man.
Sure.
What do you mean, sure? I'm
Sure.
Whatever, man. What did you give it, Calvin? I don't want to hear her talk anymore.
I guess 9.5.
Wait,
yeah.
wait, so you're locking at 9.5. Perfection means that much to you?
What did you want me to give it, a 10?
No,
What?
Is it? I'm just saying, like,
I don't.
It's really funny.
Is there anything that you have given a 10 out of 10?
Yes.
Not that we've watched, but just like.
Yes. What's the perfect anime, Kira?
I'm not telling you.
It's the perfect.
We're not talking about that.
Based on your criteria, that's
no.
That's the holy grail. What is it?
We're not talking about it.
Dude, the reason I find it so funny is because I feel like if she gave it a 9, I would have been fine. But the fact that it's a 9.5, like what is the 0.5? The only thing you've given us is that he has a double chin in a few scenes, or my bad, in a few frames.
That might have been like.
That's
like,
not why it's not a 10 though. You asked me if I had any nitpicks, and that was a nitpick, but that's
no,
not why it got that rating.
No, okay, yeah, but like, what is the 0.5 then? If that's not it.
What do you?
Because
maybe it's not a 10, but it's close to a 10. I don't understand.
Not feeling it.
Wait, yo, Spencer, you get what I'm trying to say, right?
Yeah.
It's like the 9. It's the 9.5. Like, it's better than a 9, but it's not a 10. I just want to know.
What's the hold up?
You gotta tell me what's the hold up. Like,
I don't. It's literally that. It's better than a 9, but it's not a 10. What's the problem?
There's no problem, Kira. It's fine.
Apparently, there's a problem.
Like, as long as Spencer gets like why I think it's funny, I'm fine with it.
You know what? Sure.
The double chin pushed it down.
I guess I was like, for my rating, I was like, I guess like talking about it more, I was like on the fence. I was like, did the stuff in between each episode, was that like a deal breaker for me? Like talking about it, like I still think like regardless of what happened, each episode is still good. So it gets a 5 out of 5 from your boy.
Damn.
And I will give it that. And you know, if my man wants to walk around with the double chin, let him do it. He's gonna transform.
What I should have said is like there seemed like there was some like technical.
That's why I wanted you to give another example.
That was just the one that stood out to me the most.
Which implies...
That was the most ugly.
Wait, but there's a difference, you know, right? Like, something being drawn ugly doesn't mean it's a technical problem.
That's what I'm saying. It didn't seem like it was meant to be ugly. It seemed like it was a technical problem. That's what I meant.
And what,
Like it seemed like
I
there
have
was
another
some
example?
issue. Would you like me to rewatch the anime so I can make a compilation
Yo,
for you?
you just said you were down to rewatch it. Why are you like being so hostile about
Because I don't know
rewatching?
why you're so fixated on this one thing. Like it's not that serious. That's why I
No,
didn't bring it up the first
it's
time.
not
Not that
serious.
deep.
But I'm just
Like
curious now.
if I have to like to back up what I say by like writing timestamps down anytime like I know something, I just don't say anything.
No, I'm just really curious what you saw, because obviously I didn't see it.
He didn't see the vision.
If you saw it, I'm not like saying I don't believe you.
Well,
I also just want to see it for myself.
But I do not have every time. I did not sit there and timestamp it and notate it. I'm sorry. Just the one stood out to me and I moved on. I noticed it.
Alright.
It was a consistent thing. It didn't happen just the one time, but I didn't, demarcate that any more than was necessary. And that was it.
And that's a wrap.
Highly recommend that you go watch Devilman Crybaby right now.
Let us know what you think down in the comments below, and timestamp for me if you see what Kira's seeing.
Or what she said.